Yeah, good morning, guys. We started OOPS concept, right? I will open Notepad and then we'll start. Okay, fine. So last session we started OOPS principles, OOPS concept. So OOPS meaning object-oriented programming system. We learned about what does it mean by class and object, and we learned about types of variables. Okay, variables, types of variables. So in that we learned about instance variables, and we learned about static variables, and we learned about local variables. So these are the topics we learned in the oops basics. Okay, so now, okay, fine. So today we'll start. Let us start into methods. Okay, types of methods. Okay, the topic name is today, the topic name is methods topic. Okay, very important topic. The first question is, what is method? The first question is, what is method? What is the purpose of method? Okay, so generally the methods are used to perform some operations. Methods are used to perform some operations. What kind of operations it can perform? What kind of operations? So generally the purpose of methods are used to perform some operations. Perform some operations. Is there any syntax for the methods? Yes, we have the syntax. The syntax is, first it has the return type, and it has the method name, and next it has the parameters. Parameters, para1 and para2. So the parameters, based on the requirement, we can take n number of parameters. We can take n number of parameters, up to n number of parameters, para n. Okay, the parameters, you can take n number of parameters. I can take etc. Okay, and this is the scope of the method block. This is the scope of the method block. So here inside the method block, we will write our business logic. We will write our business logic. We will write our business logic. So the methods are used to perform some operation. What is the syntax for the method? Method have the syntax like this: return type, method name, parameters, parameters, and parameters. And then inside the method, we will write the business logic. Inside the method, we will. So while declaring the method name, we have to follow some rules. What are the rules? So method return type is mandatory. Method return type is mandatory. So method return type is this one. Method return type is mandatory. You have to mention method return type is mandatory. Return type meaning what kind of method is going to return after performing the operation, that you should mention here. What kind of method? So what that method is going to return after the operation, that value we have to mention here in the return type. Method return type is mandatory. Method return type is mandatory. If the method don't want to return anything, if method if the method don't want to, if you so here, if you don't want to return anything, then if you don't want to return anything, then you should mention, then you should mention, then you should mention you should mention void as the return type, void as the return type, void as the return type, void as the return type. So the first thing is method name. Method return type is mandatory. Method return type is the mandatory. If don't want to return anything, then you should mention void as the return type. Then void as the return type. Void meaning the method don't want to return anything. The method don't want to return anything. Next one is method method name is mandatory. Next one is method name is mandatory. So here we can take any name. Okay, the method name you can take anything. So the next rule is method name is mandatory. Okay, at the time of declaring the method signature, so method name is mandatory. Method name is mandatory. Next, what we have method parameters. Method parameters are optional. Method parameters are optional. So based on the requirement, we can take the method parameters. Based on the requirement, we can take the parameters. So what does it mean by parameters? Parameters are the values which will give input to the method. Parameters are the values which will give input to the method. Okay, next thing is when the method is having return type. Next point is when the method is having return type, it has to return the same value. When the method is having the return type, then it has to return that value. It has to return that value. Then it has to return that value. When the method is having the return type, then it has to return that value. And the next point is return statement should be the last line of the method block. Return statement. Should be return statement should be last line of the return statement should be last line of the method block. Method block. Last line of the method block. So these are the points you should consider while writing the method. So the first one is the method return type is mandatory. If you don't want to return anything, then you should mention void as the return type. Okay, next method name is the mandatory and method parameters are the optional. When the method is having the return type, then it has to return that value. Return statement should be the last line of the method block. Return statement should be the last line of the method block. Okay, we'll go with some examples and we'll try to understand. So far, like how we write the methods. Generally, while declaring the method, you have to follow the same rules. So the first one is return type. For example, the data types. I will mention the int. Int is the return type. Okay, and here I am giving method name. So here I am giving the method is add. Add is the method name. Okay, and from here to here, this is the scope of the method. This is the scope of the method. Now my requirement is I need to pass two parameters, int a and int b. Int a and int b. These two are the parameters. These two are the parameters. Parameters are the values which will give input to the method. Okay, I am giving the input to my method, and here what I will do here, if the method has the return type, then it has to return the same value. So here what I will do, int sum equal to a plus b, and again here return statement should be last line of the method. Okay, so you should mention return statement, and we can return sum. We can return sum. This is a return type. This is the method name. Method name you can take anything. These two are the parameters. Int a is the one parameter, int b is the one parameter. So what I am doing here, I am taking parameters are the values which will give input to the method. So in our main method also, so public void main string also, so string also as the parameter. So for main method we are passing array into the main method, array as the parameter, array as the parameter. So similarly here also this is the one method, and the method data type is the integer. If the method has the data type, then I would say it has to return the same value. If the method has the return type, then the method has to return the same value. The method has to return that value. Okay, so this is with respect to integer, and we'll go with and we'll see with the string. For example, if I take the string and full name is the method name. Full name is the method name. Here I would like to take string first name. Okay, first name and last name. Okay, so these two are the parameters I am taking, and from here to here, here to here, I will do concatenation like int full name or int full name equal to, so here I will do f name plus l name, f name plus l name, meaning so finally I can return, I will take the return statement, and finally I can return the f name. So finally, so these two are the parameters I am taking, I am giving. So parameters are the values we are giving input to the method. What the method it will do, what the method it will do. So generally what it will do, it is concatenating, it is joining two names, first name and last name, and finally it will return to us as a the value in the format of string only, as a value in the format of string only, as a value in the format of string only. Okay, similarly, like if you go with the boolean, so boolean is the data type, so it can tell like either true or false. Boolean check, and here I am passing int age equal to int age, I am passing int age, and from here to here this is the scope of, this is the scope of the method. Here what I will do, I will write the condition. If the condition age is greater than or equal to 18, and here I will mention the return statement. Here I will pass some message. Here I will pass some message, that is you are eligible, you are eligible, like that I will pass. Okay, if the age is not less than, if the age is not less than, then I can take else block, and here in that else block I can mention you are not eligible. Here I can take the return statement, and in the string I will take you are not eligible, you are not eligible for vote, like that, for vote, like that. So now in this case you can observe int is the parameter, and in that we are validating. So if the age is greater than 18, then the method has to return this one, you are eligible for the method. If the age is not greater than 18, then it has to return you are not eligible for the like marriage or voter ID, like that, like that. Okay, so here for example, int age or int add equal to int a comma int b, right? From here to here this is the scope of the class, and what we did here, so generally here we did return int sum equal to a plus b, right? And again you should take the return statement and sum. So instead of writing two lines, you can directly write in one line also. So how you can write, so directly you can take the return statement, in that you can mention a plus b, you can mention a plus b, so that's enough. So that you will get based on the experience you can get these shortcuts. Okay, based on the experience you can get the these shortcuts, you can get the these shortcuts. Okay, these are the things. So generally, I will rewind one more time. Methods are used to perform some operations. So generally, where the methods we will use regularly, normal some examples I will tell you. Then you can get the easily you can grab that one. For example, so everybody nowadays, you guys are using Paytm, right? Paytm or some Phone Pay, Google Pay, Paytm, all things we have, right? So there, for example, if you want to send the money from one account to another account, there what will happen actually? So generally, so the thing is, okay, you want to send the amount. So if we'll try to understand through phone pay. For example, if you want to send the money, you need two requirements. One is the number, phone pay number, right? So from account and to account, we'll try to go with from phone pay number, from phone pay number, from phone pay number, and here we will give the some phone pay number. This is the phone pay number. Okay, so some number this one. Okay, similarly here amount, how much amount you want to transfer. For example, you amount is some 5,000. 5,000. This is the from phone pay number. Okay, and you want to send the phone pay to phone pay number. Two person also you want to write to phone pay number, to phone pay number. So to phone pay number is also some 80, some 09. Okay, and the amount also 5,000, and name, for example, here I will take the name is some Raju, and the data type here, this is the phone number, right? If it is the phone number, you can take as the long, and this is the amount, right? Then you can take it as the double, and this is the name, and you can take it as the string. And here also amount 5,000 only. Next, name name some Rani. Okay, so Raju requirement is Raju want to send the 5,000 amount to Rani. So how the person will send? This is the long data type, this is the double data type, and this one is the string data type. This one is the string data type. Okay, very good. Now, so you click the amount 5,000, and when he send the, there we have the send option, right? That send option has the method actually. So internally, there we have the method, that is the send method or transfer method. So internally we have the method. For example, I am taking the transfer method. Okay, transfer method. So what the method it will do? The method name is the transfer method. This is the method, transfer method. And what the method it will do? What it will do? Method is used to perform some operation. So what this method it will do? It will debit 5,000 amount from this phone pay number, and it will credit 5,000 amount to this phone pay number. So who will do that operation? The method will do. Okay, when you click on the send option, so internally one method will execute. So the method might be anything, but the method process is it will debit amount 5,000 from this account, and it will credit 5,000 amount to this account. So this process who will do? This process methods will do. This process methods will do. So that is the scenario we are trying to understand. Methods are used to perform some operations. So that operations might be anything. Okay. So this is the one example. And when you click on the send option, so internally one method will execute, and then that method will debit amount 5,000 amount from one person account, and it will credit 5,000 amount to another person. And these all are the variables. These all are the variables. Like variables are used to store the data, right? These all are the variables. This is the one variable, this is the one variable, this is the one variable, this is the sender variables, and this is the receiver variables. This is the receivers variables, and these are the sender variables, and this is the method. Okay, this method is doing the operation. Which operation it is doing? Debiting account from amount from one account and crediting account amount from one account. So this is the thing. Actually, these all are the variables, and this is the method. This is the method. Okay, so the method actually here, what the method is doing actually, taking the amount. So taking the amount and returning the amount, meaning the data type is in the format of double only. Double, and transfer method, and it has to return double, meaning double value. It has to return. So for example, if you pass any parameters here, it will execute, and it has to return double data type only. It has to return double data type. So this is the thing you have to remember. Okay, so like this. So programming, when you are writing the programming, you have to compare with real time. So at the time you can easily understand. Okay. Okay, fine. Now I will go to the again. Now you can get the clarity. Now here what my method is doing. The method is doing the addition operation. Here my method is doing the addition operation. Okay, here my method is doing the operation is joining the two names, appending the two names. Here my method is doing it is doing. My method is validating age validating. If the age is valid here, then you are eligible. If the age is not less than, then you are not eligible. Then you are not eligible. Then you are not eligible. Okay. So the next point is here. The thing is you have to remember. So generally, methods are divided into two types. Methods are divided into two types. Methods are divided into two types. One is instance methods, and the second one is static methods. One is instance method, second one is static methods. Instance methods also called as, so last session we learned about the instance variables, right? So if you want to call the instance variables, how you can call? By using the objects only. Same way here also, instance methods you can access. Instance methods also called as object level methods. Object level methods. And static methods also called as class level methods. Class level methods. Class level methods. Okay, so if you want to access we can access instance methods. We can access by using instance methods. Instance methods we can access by using objects only. By using objects. And similarly, static methods static methods we can access by using class name. By using class name. Here the thing is, so these are the custom methods. These two are the custom methods. Custom methods meaning our own methods. Okay, the JVM don't know our own methods. JVM knows only one method, that is the main method. If you want to execute our custom methods, by default JVM won't execute our methods. By default JVM won't execute our methods. So that I will show you practically also. You can get the clarity on it. And so generally when we write the methods in program, when we write the methods in Java class. Methods in Java class. Methods in Java class. By default, JVM will not execute. By default, by default, JVM will not execute. By default, JVM will not execute. This one I will show you, can get the clarity. For example, I will open Eclipse IDE. Okay, this is the main method. Now here what I am doing. So here I am taking the methods. Already you know how to take the method syntax, right? So when you take, whenever you are taking the method, so the first thing is return type. So the return type is, if the method don't want to return anything, then you can take as the void. And then next thing is thing is method name. Okay, we can take any method name. So in my case, I'm taking method name is the print data, or simply I'm taking m1 method. Okay, and from here to here I'm taking some print statement. I'm taking SOP statement, and here you can take SOP statement, sysout statement. You can take it to sysout statement. So here I am taking m1 method calling, m1 method calling. Okay, so next similarly I'm taking void m2 method, and here I will mention static. If I declare the method with the static keyword, then that is called static method. Okay, and then now you can take sysout statement and m2 method calling, m2 method calling, m2 method calling. M2 method calling. Okay, this is the main method. Now what I will take, so sysout statement, and here what I am doing, main method calling, main method calling. Okay, now I can save this file. Now if I run this file, now you guys tell me, in my, this is the student class. Within the class I have three methods. One is the main method, and m1 method, m2 method. Total I have three methods. So from that, which method will execute? Which method will execute? So I can run the file and then we'll see. Okay, I can run the file and then we can see. So we have the total three methods, m1 method and m2 method. We have the total three methods. Okay, if I run this file, now you guys observe, you guys observe which method is executing. Only main method is executing. What about two methods? What about remaining methods? That is the thing you have to understand. So these two are our custom methods. Okay, the JVM will know only one method, that is the main method. But the JVM don't know these two custom methods. These two are our own methods. So based on our requirement, we created two methods, M1 method and M2 method. Based on our requirement, we created two methods, M1 method and M2 method. Okay, so by default, JVM won't execute these two methods. You have to call those two methods. How you can call? So first you can come to the method. The method return type is the void. Method name is the m1, and this method is belong to which one? object level method or static level method. If the method is not defined with static, then that is instance method. If it is the instance method, you should call instance method by using object. You should call instance method by using the object. So how you can call the object, already you know. You should create the object. We can create the object, and student, the data type is the student. The data type is the student. Okay, now you can call the stu dot object, stu dot m1 method. You can call the m1 method. Now you can save the file. Now again you can run the file. Now you can see the result. Now you can see the result. M1 method is calling. What the point here it is? So these two are our custom methods. JVM don't execute. By default, JVM won't execute our custom methods. Our custom methods. These two are our methods. Okay, we only created these two methods. So in the real time, I would say, based on the requirement, we will create these methods. JVM won't execute these methods. You have to call to the methods where you can call. You have to call the methods inside the main method only. Then only the JVM will consider. JVM knows only one method, and then only it will consider. So generally the first control will come to the line number 5th, and then it will go to the next line. It will print this one, and after that it will go to this line, and it is calling the M1 method. Then what about M2 method? M2 method is the static, right? If it is the static method, we have to call to the by using the class name. The class name is the student dot M2 method. M2 method. Now we can save the file, and we can run the file. Now you can get the result. Now you can get the result. Here the point is, the node point is, JVM execution start from the JVM. JVM will start our program execution from main method. JVM execution, JVM will start. JVM will start our program execution. Our program execution from the main method. From the main method. So main method is called entry point for JVM execution. Main method is called entry point for JVM execution. Entry point for entry point for JVM execution. Entry point for JVM execution. So the point here you can understand is, by default the JVM won't execute our custom methods. These two are our custom methods. Okay, the JVM knows only one method, that is the main method. That is the main method. So in Java, JVM will start our program execution from the main method only. So the main method is called entry point of the JVM, entry point of the method, entry point of the class, entry point of the class. Okay. Okay. The next thing is, so I hope this is clear. So what we learned so far, like what is the method, and the next thing is, so while writing the method name, we have to follow the some rules. What are the rules? Method return type is mandatory. Method name is mandatory. Method parameters are optional. When the method is having the return type, then it has to return that value. The return statement should be the last line of the method block. Block meaning from curly braces to close curly braces is called one block. From curly braces to close curly braces is called one block. Okay. Similarly, so we took, this is with respect to integer, and for example this also I will show you. For example, here the method name is int add, and here I am passing the values. Here I am passing the values, int a comma int b, and here we can take in two lines, int sum equal to a plus b. This is the one statement, and directly if it has the return type, then you should return statement like this. This is one approach, and instead of writing two lines, you can directly write like this also. You can directly write like this also. Similarly, and this is with respect to integer, and we'll take with the string full name. String full name equal to, here you can pass a value string f name and string last name, and here also the same thing. F name and this is the full name. They both are same, right? So here you can take full name. Okay, so here also you can take full name, F name and L name. Okay, now if the method has the return, then it has to return full name. Instead of writing two lines, directly you can write in single line also. Directly you can write single line also. That single line should be like this. That single line should be like this, like which is generally you can take F name plus and L name. LM. So like this. Okay. So these two are the custom methods. Okay. These two are also custom methods, our own methods. So JVM won't execute our own methods. So we have to call the our own methods by using stu dot dot. The method name is add method, right? The method name is add method. Oh, you can go with stu dot add method. You can look with add method, and here you can pass the arguments. For example, here I'm passing some 20, and then I'm passing some 30. I'm passing some 30. And if you want to print that one, the values if you want to print, and this you should mention in sysout statement. Then only you can get like sysout statement, and within that you can mention the numbers. Now you can save the file and you can run the file, then you can get the values. The value is 50. Now similarly, you can go with like su dot full name, right? Full name, can take with full name. So here I would like to mention some such. Also here also I can mention with Bangalore. Okay, fine. So if I run this one, it won't print anything. Why? Because if you want to print any statement, SOP statement is mandatory. SOP statement is mandatory. Okay, if I run this one, no, it won't print. So why? How you can resolve that issue? Can resolve by using you can use the sysout statement, then you can get that one. Sysout statement, remove semicolon, save the file. Now we can run the file, run the Java application. Now search Bangalore. Okay, now okay, fine, this is okay. So today we understand like so the JVM by default it won't execute our custom methods. If you want to execute custom methods, we are telling to the JVM, hello JVM, I written some custom methods, so please consider those methods and you can execute those methods. You are telling by using these statements. If you're not telling to the JVM, then it won't execute. Okay, so hello JVM. So I written some custom methods. Please execute those methods. Please consider those methods. So then only the JVM will consider. Then only the JVM will execute. then only the JVM will execute. Okay. Okay, fine. So I hope this is clear. So next, the thing here you can remember a few more points also. So generally, so generally here the point is every method is generally which is divided into every method contain two parts actually. Every method contain two parts. Contain two parts. So what are the two parts? First one is the method declaration. Method declaration. First one is the method declaration, and second one is method body. Second one is method body. So this method is signature, somebody they call like it as the method signature, and this one somebody they will call it as the implementation body, like that they will call, like that they will call. Okay, we'll try to understand. Method signature, method declaration is nothing but this one only. This one only. This is method declaration, and this is the method implementation, method body. This is the method body. From curly braces to close curly braces is called body, and above the curly braces, open curly braces, then that is called method declaration. Method declaration. The question they will ask like, what is method declaration? What is method declaration? This is the question they will ask. What is method declaration? They will ask the question, what is method declaration? So the thing is, the method declaration meaning we are going to decide what is the name of the method, and what are the parameters it will take, and what kind of value is written by the method. So we will declare so that I will tell you method declaration meaning. So the point is method declaration meaning we are going to decide what is the name of the method, and what are the parameters it will take, what are the parameters it will take. Okay, and what are the parameters it will take, and what kind of value written by the method, and what kind of value written by the method, what kind of value written by the method, what kind of value written by the method. Syntax for that one is return type, next method name, and you should take the list of parameters. So directly I am mentioning list of parameters. This is the syntax. The method declaration meaning we are going to decide what kind of method and what are the parameters it will take, and what kind of value written by the method. What kind of value written by the method. What kind of value written by the method. Next question they will ask like, what is return type? Next question they will ask is, what is return type? What is return type? Can you please explain? What is return type? Can you please explain? So generally, the point here it is. So return type is the data type. The point here it is a return type. Return type is the, I can say, data type that indicates what kind of value written by the particular method. That indicates what type of value, uh, what type of value is written, by the particular method, particular method, okay. So return type can be, the next point is return type can be, guys, you have to note down the class nodes. Okay, then only you guys can understand all the points. The next point is a return type can be any primitive data type, any primitive type. Already you know, like what does it mean by primitive, or any array type, or any reference type, any reference any reference type. Okay, any reference type. Okay, the next point is if the method does not the next point is if the method does not return any value, the method does not return any value, and then the return type of the method type must be specified. I can say must be specified by using Java keyword called void. Specified by using Java keyword called void. Java keyword called void. So specifying return type is mandatory. Next point is specifying return type is mandatory. Specifying return type is mandatory. Mandatory. Okay, specifying return type is mandatory. Next, this is all about the return type. Next, what does it mean by what is method name? What is method name? What is method name? So the method name. So the purpose of method name is generally to identify and access the method. There is a suitable name is given for a method. So which is called this is called a method name. Okay. So the point here it is, what is method name meaning? To identify and access to identify and access to identify and access the method. There is a suitable name. There is a suitable name for the method. There is a suitable name for the method, which is called method name. And the next point is method name can be a valid Java identifier. Method name can be a valid Java identifier. Valid Java identifier. Valid Java identifier. And the next point is specifying the method name is the mandatory. Specifying method name is mandatory. Specifying method name is mandatory. Specifying method name is the mandatory. So these are the points you should consider in case of method name. Okay, next, what are the parameters? Parameters are the values which will give input to the method. Next one is what are parameters? What is parameters? Parameters generally the first point is parameters are the values. Parameters are the values which will give input to the input which will give input to the method. Okay, the method will take the parameters, process the parameters, and it will return the result. That is the process of the next point is specifying the parameters are the optional. Specifying parameters are optional. Specifying parameters are optional. Specifying parameters are optional. Okay, specifying parameters are the optional. So the parameters you can write from 0 to number of parameters. There is no limit. There is no limit. Okay, the parameters you can take n number of parameters. You can take n number of parameters. So these are the points, guys. This is the today we done with the basics, like what does it mean by method and what is the method signature. These are the four basics. Also in the methods we have the combinations. We have the total four combinations. Method combinations are, so once you get the clarity on the return type method name, so in the methods we have the combinations. So total we have the four combinations. So first one is with the return type and with the parameters. This is the one combination. And second combination is with the return type and without parameter. This is the one combination. And third one is without return type and with the parameters. This is the one combination. And fourth combination we have fourth combination we have without return type and without return type and without a parameter. So any programmer, okay, so whoever is working in IT industry, so any programmer and every program, every class should be, any method will be should be belong to these four combinations only. Okay. So I will show you. These are the four scenarios. I will write one program on with this. So I will go to here. So this is the one program, guys. Now I will take the scenarios. Four scenarios I will take. First scenario is I will take the comments. Scenario number one. Scenario number one is with the parameters, with the return type, and with the parameters. This is the scenario number one. With the return type in, now I can take. So already you know how to take the syntax, method syntax. So the first thing is you can take a return type. So if the method return type I am taking integer, int is the return type and the method name. So the method name is I am taking m1 method, and then with the parameters, with the return type. The method, it is having the return type and with the parameters. With the parameters I am taking int a and int b. Okay, and directly here I can take int sum equal to a plus b. Okay, and here I can take the written statement and then I can mention like this. This is the scenario number one. Okay, fine, very good. And if I print the scenario number one, directly can I print? This is custom method. JVM don't know this custom method. You have to tell to the JVM. How you can tell? So stu dot here you can mention some 20, some 70, or some 60. I'm mentioning. So if you mention like this, if you run this one, you won't get any result. Why? Because you need one print statement. So that is the reason. I am taking the print statement, sysout statement, and within that sysout statement, you can mention this one. Then you can get the value. Now you can get the value. This is the scenario number one, and we'll go with the scenario number two. Scenario number two. Scenario number two. In that scenario number two, with the return type and without parameters, right? Without parameters. Okay, so in that, what you can do, the scenario number 2, I'm taking the method to name as the M2, and from here to here, this is the scope of the method. Now I don't want to take any parameters, and here I will take int a equal to some 200, and int b equal to, I would like to take some 500, and here what I will do, int sum equal to a plus b, and directly here what I will do, I will take the return statement and I will return the sum. So this is the scenario number 2, with the return type and without parameters. Okay, and next we have the scenario number 3. Scenario number 3. Scenario number 3. In that, with without return type, right? Without return type, and without return type with parameter, right? Okay, with the parameters. Without return type meaning, if the method don't want to return anything, then you can mention as the void. Okay, void m3 method name, and with the parameters meaning you can directly pass the parameters. You can directly pass the parameters, like here I am taking some string f name. Values also can take anything, you can take. Okay, not only string, you can take integer values. So already we did the calculation, right? So that is the reason I'm not taking the same, and I am taking the parameters, and okay, so here directly I can do the full name, and full name equal to f name plus and l name. Okay, and here I will take the sysout statement. Here I can take the sysout statement. Here you can mention full name. Okay, this is the scenario number 3, and you have the scenario number 4. Scenario number 4 is without return type, and without parameter. Without return type and without parameter. This is the scenario number 4. This is the scenario number 4. In that, what you can do, so without return type meaning the method don't want to return anything. Okay, fine, very good. And M4, and here the without parameters, the method don't want to return anything. Okay, fine, very good. Now directly here you can type sysout statement. Here you can mention some dummy messages. Hello, hello. So these 4 methods we written, 4 methods, right? How we can call the all 4 methods? By using object only. Now stu dot m2 method, m2 method. Okay, so this one you can take in sysout statement. Inside you can mention m2 statement. Okay, so similarly you can call stu dot m3 method. Here you can give the names. Name I am giving, this is in the format of string, right? It's not, and here you should give, I am giving second string, then go to some search, I will mention some search. Okay, fine. Now fourth one, stu dot m4, m4. Okay, now I can run the file, manage Java application. Now you can get the all the results. 80, 700, Krishna search, and hello, and hello, and hello. So this is the program. Scenario number one, scenario number two, and scenario number three, and scenario number four. Scenario number four. Very, very, very important guys. So any program, these combinations only. Any program. If you take any program, so the program should be like this only. Okay. So please be practice with four scenarios, and please be practice with the static and instance method. How you can access. By default, Java won't access. Okay, so please practice today topics with respect to four scenarios, and with respect to static variables and instance variables, how you can access. Okay, those two we can practice, share in the group. Any questions, anyone? Any questions, guys?